धनखड़
He served India as the 14th Vice President.
की शपथ लेता हूं कि
He served India as the Governor of West Bengal. He served India as the Union Minister of Parliamentary Affairs in his close to 3 decades long career as an elected representative of people. 74-year-old Jagdeep Dhankar is a Jat leader who is an accomplished lawyer and has been a member of parliament and member of Rajasthan Legislative Assembly. He started his political career in the 80s under the mentorship of former Prime Minister Chandrasekhar with Janata Dal. Then he joined the Congress in the 90s before switching to the Saffron Party in 2003. Jagdeep Dhankar has been a staunch loyalist of the top leadership of BJP. And as a vice president, despite murmurs of his ill health, he was determined to complete his term and served till 2027. But all that changed on 21st July, when the 14th Vice President of India resigned suddenly. It was the most unpredictable move by the septuagenarian learned man of the law and the political leader of BJP. As no one tried to placate him to come back, and neither was his resignation rejected. The government prepares for an out-of-the-turn election of the Vice President, and Jagdeep Dhankar prepares to vacate the VP enclave he moved into barely a year and a half ago.
Now, it was exactly 4:07 p.m. on the 21st of July. It was Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar who dropped a political bombshell in Rajya Sabha when he announced the impeachment motion against Justice Yashwant Verma, which was backed by 63 opposition MPs. Now, this move caught the government completely off guard, and it triggered a wave of damage control meetings and exposing the deep cracks within the ruling establishment. Many now believe that this moment was the tipping point that led to Dhankar's shocking resignation just hours later.
whether a similar motion has been
This is the
moved
most viral speech of Jagdeep Dhankar, who unexpectedly resigned from the post of Vice President.
I need to inform you that I have received notice of motion under Article 217.
The question is, did the countdown of Jagdeep Dhankar's resignation begin with this very speech?
To constitute a statutory committee for removal of Justice Yashwant Verma, Judge of the High Court of Judicature at Rajasthan, at Allahabad.
In his 12-minute speech, what exactly did Dhankar say that irked the government?
It is signed by more than 50 members of the Council of States, and thus it meets the numerical requirement of signing by members of Parliament for setting in motion a process for removal of a High Court judge.
On Monday, 2 BARC meetings were held. The first took place at 12:30 p.m., attended by Union Ministers Kiren Rijiju and JP Nadda. However, when the meeting was reconvened at 4:30 p.m., these leaders were notably absent. That explained 4-hour gap has become central to the political drama, widely believed to be tipping point behind Dhankar's resignation. In the timeline leading to his resignation, 2 p.m. stands out as a crucial moment. At that time, Vice President Dhankar accepted notices from opposition MPs regarding the impeachment motion against Justice Yashwant Verma.
The motion indicated there are 55 members seeking removal, but actually it was not 55, it was only 54. So obviously an inquiry was conducted to find out from the member who had signed twice, allegedly. The honorable member declined his second signature. And that made the matter a little more serious, because it was required of me then to get to the bottom of the issue and find out whether the representation was meriting consideration.
Exactly 2 hours later, at 4:07 p.m., Dhankar publicly announced the notice in the Rajya Sabha, signed by 63 opposition MPs. This announcement from the chair created an awkward moment for the government. Sources say the government was completely blindsided. They weren't informed, and had they been, ruling party MPs would have likely signed on too. This announcement from the chair created an awkward moment for the government, leading to internal friction. Thus, Dhankar's failure to brief the government on the motion against Justice Verma became the turning point. After the House was adjourned, Dhankar reportedly instructed Secretary General to proceed formally with the notice. Notably, Dhankar is a constitutional expert and a strong advocate for judicial reforms.
Judges who will legislate, who will perform executive functions, who will act as super parliament, and absolutely have no accountability because law of the land does not apply to them.
His stance evidently did not sit well with the government, as seen during the heated debate on Operation Sindoor, where JP Nadda strongly intervened despite sitting in the chair.
ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के सारी पॉइंट्स को देश और दुनिया के सामने रखा जाएगा, और मैं ये भी बताना चाहता हूं कि आज दिन तक आजादी के बाद इस तरीके का ऑपरेशन नहीं हुआ जो प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में हुआ है। I am not going into the details of it, but I would like to tell you, अरे गुस्सा मत करो भैया, अरे गुस्सा मत करो, nothing will go on record, whatever I'll say that will go on record, you should know.
At 4:07 p.m. on Monday, Dhankar's handling of the impeachment motion deepened the rift with the government. This strained relationship is believed to be the reason why JP Nadda and Kiran Rijiju skipped the later BARC meeting. The government felt that while it was advancing its campaign to remove Justice Verma, Dhankar's sudden move in the Rajya Sabha disrupted their plan, much to the opposition's delight. This was seen as a setback to the government's strategy. Following this, BJP MPs were summoned to Rajnath Singh's office to secure the signatures. And allied party MPs were also called in. Everyone was strictly instructed not to discuss the matter with the media and to remain in Delhi for the next 4 days. By evening, the government had shifted into damage control. In a striking twist, at 5 p.m., opposition MPs Pramod Tiwari and Akhilesh Prasad Singh met Dhankar, and senior Congress leader Jairam Ramesh spoke to him by phone at 7:30 p.m. Despite growing opposition, Dhankar remained unaware of the political storm building against him. And in this tense, fast-moving atmosphere, he resigned. In the corridors of power, where strategy and loyalty often collide, Jagdeep Dhankar's dramatic exit is a reminder even the highest offices are not immune to the undercurrents of politics.
Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar dropped a political bombshell by announcing that the opposition had submitted a notice for the removal of Justice Verma. This even before the Lok Sabha Speaker could have made an announcement of receiving a joint notice by the ruling and opposition party MPs in the lower house. This undid the government's effort that worked tirelessly behind the scenes over its strategy to get the opposition on board and sign a notice for the removal of Justice Verma. It seemed to hand over victory to the opposition, even if it was momentary. With video journalist Deepak Bhisht, this is Mosmi Singh in Delhi for India Today.
Now, Jagdeep Dhankar's tenure as the Vice President has been marked by many controversies. The opposition labelled him as biased and pro-government. At key moments, he actually stood apart, challenging the government, defending the judicial independence, and even questioning the centre on farmer issues. India Today is tracking the dynamic relationship he had with the central government.
मुझे खुशी है कि इस महत्वपूर्ण कालखंड में उच्च सदन को आपके जैसा सक्षम और प्रभावी नेतृत्व मिला है.
This was less than 3 years ago, when an emotional Jagdeep Dhankar was welcomed to the upper house of parliament by none less than the Prime Minister. Throughout his tenure, Dhankar had been dubbed to be too close to the BJP, often towing the Modi government's line. His body language, his praise of the Prime Minister, his clashes with the opposition, both as Bengal governor and then as Rajya Sabha chairperson, all contributed to the pro-Modi label. Dhankar had even stood firm with the centre on several issues while defending even the RSS in the house.
मैं आरएसएस का एकलव्य बन गया. और क्यों बना? तपस्वी लोग हैं, राष्ट्रभक्त हैं, समर्पण की भावना उत्कृष्ट है, दूसरे विचार को ग्रहण करते हैं. और मैं तो आश्चर्यचकित हूं कि खुद के अलावा देश की सोचते हैं, समाज की सोचते हैं.
He even faced an impeachment motion by the opposition in December last year, which was defeated. But this is just one side of Dhankar's legacy. He had also surprised many, including the centre, when he took a strong position against the judiciary. He raised an alarm over what he called judicial overreach, but had also defended the independence of the judiciary. Even during the farmers' protest, Dhankar had urged the centre to speak to the farmers.
मैं खुद कृषक पुत्र हूं. मैं जानता हूं किसान क्या कुछ नहीं झेलता है. किसान से वार्ता अविलंब होनी चाहिए और हमें सबको जानकारी होनी चाहिए. क्या किसान से कोई वादा किया गया था? माननीय कृषि मंत्री जी, आपसे पहले जो कृषि मंत्री जी थे, क्या उन्होंने लिखित में कोई वादा किया था? यदि वादा किया था तो उसका क्या हुआ?
So where did Jagdeep Dhankar really stand? A man in constitutional office, perceived to be loyal to the regime, yet someone who hasn't shied away from calling out the government when he believed that democratic values or institutional boundaries were at stake. Is that ultimately what led to his abrupt exit from the chair? Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, it's the same opposition that had mocked Jagdeep Dhankar and had even moved an impeachment motion against him that is now suddenly very concerned about him. His sudden resignation as the vice president has triggered big political tremors. The Congress, in fact, is hinting at deeper reasons behind his resignation. The BJP, however, says this is just pure drama. Watch this report.
The political winds have shifted dramatically around Jagdeep Dhankar.
A senior leader of your party videographing another member of another party, mimicry of the chairman, mimicry of speaker. How ridiculous, how shameful.
Once branded by opposition as government's mouthpiece and targeted for impeachment. Dhankar now finds unexpected defenders within the opposition. Congress leaders are questioning Dhankar's sudden resignation as vice president, flagging the absence of Kiran Rijiju and JP Nadda from a key parliament meet he chaired on Monday. Jairam Ramesh says the Business Advisory Committee met at 12:30 p.m. on Monday with both ministers present, but when it reconvened at 4:30 p.m., they did not return. Dhankar then rescheduled the meeting on Tuesday. Congress believes something serious unfolded in that window. Congress claims after Dhankar's last meeting at 6 p.m., some BJP MPs were seen rushing to Rajnath Singh's office and claim they were made to sign blank papers. Shortly after, at 9:25 p.m., Dhankar surprisingly resigned.
सरकार की तबीयत खराब है, प्रॉब्लम ये है, तो उनको कोई ना कोई बकरा मिलना चाहिए, तो वो कुछ ना कुछ बहाने बना के बेचारे को उतरवा दिए।
सारा दिन आप काम कर रहे हैं और अचानक आप इस्तीफा दे देते हैं स्वास्थ्य कारणों से, तो ये समझ में नहीं आता है। तो कुछ तो बात है, कोई ना कोई तो बात है, किसी ना किसी बात से तो इतने ज़्यादा आहत हुए कि वो इस्तीफा देने के ऊपर मजबूर हो गए।
हम जानना चाहते हैं सरकार से ऐसा हुआ क्या कि उन्होंने शाम को इस तरीके से इस्तीफा दिया है, कि क्या हेल्थ एक कारण है या उनको किसी तरीके से उन पे के ऊपर कार्रवाई की मांग हुई या कुछ हुआ है?
Leader of Rajya Sabha JP Nadda responded saying both he and Rijiju had informed Dhankar about their absence from the parliamentary meeting, insisting that he did not target the chair when he reprimanded unruly opposition benches.
Nothing will go on record. Whatever I'll say, that will go on record. You should know.
The BJP accused the opposition of double standards, questioning it for pushing for Dhankar's removal before and now suddenly rushing to his defense.
उनके दिमाग में काला है, दाल में काला नहीं है। हर चीज पर आप राजनीति कर रहे हो यार। कोई इंसान somebody is not well, वो भाई बात करते करते अब हम गिर जाएं, आप गिर जाएं, किसी को अगले पल का पता है।
This resignation has unleashed a storm of speculation, accusations and political drama, with much still left unsaid and unknown. With Aishwarya Paliwal and Maushami Singh in Delhi. Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar's unexpected exit has raised many questions, but his tenure was also very controversial. Take a look.
मैं जगदीप धनखड़
ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि
मैं
20 days short of a 3-year tenure, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar has tendered his resignation.
मैं ग्रहण करने वाला हूं।
Dhankar's tenure was marked by constitutional assertiveness, strong parliamentary interventions.
A member of parliament mocking the institution of chairman as an individual, take on me. Don't take on my background as a farmer.
Global diplomatic footprints, defense advocacy, youth-centric messaging and calls for national unity, all terminating because of health reasons. But while he carried a legacy of legal acumen and assertion, the Vice President also brushed with controversy every now and then.
संविधान के प्रति निष्ठा रखते हैं, ये अम्बेडकर का संविधान बदलना चाहते हैं।
In December last year, at least 60 opposition MPs of the India bloc moved to impeach Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, accusing him of being partisan in his role as Rajya Sabha chairperson.
वे अपनी अगली प्रमोशन के लिए सरकार के स्पोक्सपर्सन बनकर काम कर रहे हैं, ऐसा हमें दिख रहा है।
जो चेयरमैन साहब हैं वो अंपायर होते हैं, वो निष्पक्ष होते हैं। चुन चुन कर सरकार बीजेपी के जो सांसद हैं उनको बुलाया गया कि बोलो आपको क्या बोलना है।
In March, the Vice President made yet another move that wasn't received well by the opposition. He dismissed a breach of privilege notice by the Congress against Home Minister Amit Shah. Criticizing the motion as a move to ruin reputations.
कुछ ऐसी ताकतें हैं देश में और बाहर जो भारत की प्रगति को पचा नहीं पा रहे हैं। आप सोचिए।
Dhankar also sparked controversy in April with his fierce criticism of the Supreme Court's judgment which set deadlines for the President to clear state assembly bills.
Parliament is supreme. It is as supreme as every individual in the country, part of we the people. is an atom in democracy, and that atom has atomic power. And that atomic power is reflected during elections. And that is why we are a democratic nation.
बहुत सहन शक्ति है.
Dhankar's parliament rebukes have a history of their own. Who can forget this moment when TMC's Kalyan Banerjee imitated Dhankar outside the parliament during an opposition protest as Rahul Gandhi captured the moment on cam. It sparked a sharp response from Dhankar.
I have adjourned the house. Imagine a senior leader of your party videographing another member of another party, mimicry of the chairman, mimicry of speaker. How ridiculous, how shameful, how unacceptable.
Last July, the Rajya Sabha chairperson reprimanded Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge for undermining the chair's authority amid opposition protests.
You cannot every time run down the chair. You cannot every time show disrespect to the chair. आप अचानक खड़े होते हैं और कुछ भी कह देते हैं, मेरी बात को समझते भी नहीं है.
You may be sitting on the chair. And I remember when I went to school.
In August, Dhankar hit back at Samajwadi Party MP Jaya Bachchan after she called his tone unacceptable.
I don't want schooling. You may be anybody. You may be a celebrity. You have to understand the decorum.
While spirited in Parliament less than a year ago, the Vice President was hospitalized weeks before the surprise announcement. He was admitted to AIIMS over cardiac-related ailments. Soon after, he fainted during an event in Uttarakhand and was advised to rest. It's been less than a month since then, and the health scares now seem cues that have culminated to the Vice President bowing out. Bureau Report, India Today.
The former Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar's shocking resignation on the first day of the Parliament's monsoon session caught everyone by surprise. The opposition is left speculating behind the exact reason why he quit. But what followed was even more shocking. Despite repeated attempts by different leaders, Jagdeep Dhankar was not reachable. On top of that, it is reported that he started packing right after his resignation was submitted. It was not formally accepted by then. The former Vice President was determined to leave behind many unanswered questions.
Jagdeep Dhankar remains in the headlines, not only for his sudden resignation, but also for his actions post his resignation. The morning after his decision to quit, the power corridors of Delhi were rife with speculation of what led to his sudden decision to retire. The former Vice President made no appearance or interaction with anyone, despite requests from leaders of all parties to meet him. Notably, Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Raut and Sharad Pawar were among many others who requested meetings with Dhankar on Tuesday, but were denied by his office due to non-availability of a time slot. Nearly 36 hours later, he spoke over the phone with Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge. It was a courtesy call. Sources confirmed that the leader of opposition in the Rajya Sabha had inquired about Mr. Dhankar's well-being and his health. The 74-year-old former Vice President had 2 more years left in his tenure when he resigned citing health concerns. Though the opposition refuses to buy the excuse the veteran Jat leader expressed in his resignation letter, Dhankar himself seems to have prepared his staff and family for retirement. Reports suggest that the former Vice President started packing his belongings right after he resigned on Monday evening. His resignation was not officially accepted at that point, but he seemed all set to vacate the Vice Presidential accommodation at the earliest. Determined to not turn back on his decision, Dhankar moved into the newly built Vice President Enclave on Church Road, close to Parliament House complex in April of last year. This VP Enclave, which houses both the Vice President's residence and his office, was developed as part of the Central Vista redevelopment project. After residing there for nearly 15 months, he is now entitled to a Type 7 or 8 government bungalow in the Lutyens zone of Delhi. The electricity and water bills that the bungalow provided to the former Vice President were also covered by the government. Jagdeep Dhankar seems all set to move on, leaving behind loads of unanswered questions. Bureau Report, India Today.
The government is promising that we will have a new vice president by the end of next month. But the mystery of what exactly led to Jagdeep Dhankar's resignation still remains shrouded in mystery. That's all we have in this very special edition.